A trying first season for Coach Shannon Alvarado at McKinney North, and Shannon is with us now. Shannon, what do you take overall from this year?
I think I take just the learning experience of, balancing those players that are in multi-sports and being involved with that, and just, the growth process that needs to happen with a young team. We were extremely young this year, and we've got a lot of great potential in those younger classes, and just kind of grooming them through the season and trying to help them understand the big picture, and then, jump in the off season.
Winless in district, but there were flashes here and there. Wiley East, you take that team to 5 sets twice. Take a few other teams, 4 or 5 games. I'm sure that finishing is one of the main lessons for a young team going forward.
For us, the finish was the biggest issue for us. We could get in there. Early on it was the confidence. I think through the first half of district, kind of seeing where we fit in and almost kind of feeling the pool. With such a young team, we only had 2 players on varsity this year that had any experience significantly coming from previous years on varsity. We had a couple that had been on varsity, but real spot time. So for us, it was, that first half of district was, okay, where do we fit in? How do we really hold our own? And then the second half, it was just learning how to finish. Okay, we know we can play with them, but because we had tested the waters the first half, we didn't necessarily know how to finish. And towards the end of the season, we were taking teams 4 and 5. We took a set off of Highland Park, which was great. They're a post-district team, competed with Rockwell, went 5 with some teams that didn't go post-district, but saw some flashes, like you said, that, it's like, okay, there's a future there and it's bright, and then saw some moments where you're like, still need to work right now, so it was good.
You relied a lot on your senior Amanda Jordan, this week's Dennis Baker State Farm Scholar Athlete of the Week, defensive specialist, and a team captain.
Amanda does a great job. She's one of those that's kind of a behind-the-scenes presence for us. She came in, she embraced her role of going in and serving and being a defensive specialist. She really improved. Amanda's one of those that I wish I had another year with, because I think she'd really do some great things. But she's definitely excited about going on to A&M. The A&M, not a stepchild. Yes, okay. Yes, she's going to college. Well, as a former A&M stepchild, yeah. Yes. So she said she's going to College Station, but she'll do great things there. She really kind of was a glue for us, and just a consistent presence that worked every day as hard as she could, showed up, did the best that she could, and it was just a true example of why you coach and those types of kids that you want in your program.
And Amanda's going to major in computer engineering.
She is.
How is that possible?
She's so bright. Yeah. She's one of those that you just kind of go, I don't think I really want to talk too much over your head about things. But she's 22, and in the class.
That's right.
Already been accepted to A&M. She's got her eyes set on what she wants to do, and computer engineering is something that she feels like she can go in and, get a great job. And, I told her in a couple years when she graduates and needs somebody to work for her, call me and we'll go from there. So she'll do great things.
What are you going to miss overall from this senior class? Like you say, overall a pretty young group, but you had seniors like Amanda trying to lead the way.
We had Amanda, and then we also had Sarah Carlisle, who was an outside for us. And both of them came in and they just worked hard, and that's one thing that is hard to teach. You can teach kids skills, you can teach them how to do things, but to have that intrinsic work ethic was one thing that Sarah and Amanda both brought. They're good kids, they're honest, they're hardworking people, they do well in the classroom, and they're great representatives off the court, and those are all things that you want in your program, and we'll definitely miss that at North next year.
One player who will be a senior next year is Allison Camp. As a junior, are you really a utility player for you? What do you expect from her as a senior?
I think Camp has a number of things that she can kind of challenge for and bring to the table. She's a utility player. She played right side, she played outside, she played libero for us. She's got just the tangibles that you need pretty much in any position. It's just going to be fine-tuning those things, improving some things over the spring. But, she's made that commitment. She and I have talked, and she has big hopes. She's not one that's looking to play college ball, but she definitely wants to do really good things and make some strides her senior year and be known and be remembered when she leaves North.
What most do you want to see from this team in the offseason? No, everybody goes their separate ways for a moment, but obviously this is also the time when a team is built.
I think off seasons are important. Having come from the programs that I did, that's where we learn. That's where you learn. You take about what you've lost and the things that you need to overcome, but it's over and you can't change it. And you just have to use that as a learning tool. But for us, pride's huge. There were times this year where we were in there and we were in that fight, and we were proud to be North, and we were going to, give you everything that we had. Didn't matter where we were going to come up on that stick. And then there were times where we kind of were shaken a little bit. And so that's one of the things that we're working on this spring is developing that pride and developing that, go get them, and we can do it. And that belief that it's from the top down. Every single person that's in North is important for us to be successful, and understanding that has been one thing that we've worked on so far.
Shannon, you have so much experience building a college program at Texas A&M Kingsville. What excites you about the future here as you're trying to build the program at North?
I think the exciting thing about here at North is that, the future is just limited to what we say. We've got such a young group that they don't know. It hasn't been this up and down trying 3 years. I've been here for a year. I didn't like the way it worked. You're new, I'm new, this is all new, let's build it. The one thing that you have to do is you have to build it the correct way. Anything that's built fast falls real fast. And I learned that pretty quickly at the college level. You can have success immediately, and then that success doesn't necessarily last long term. And that's one thing that we've talked about, is that it's a process. We had a tough year in tough district. It's a brand new district. We have no idea who we're going to have, so we can't sit back and go, well, we think and we hope. All we can do is just take care of ourselves. And so I think that's exciting. We've got a great group of young kids that are working hard. In the last couple weeks since we've ended season, they want to make differences. They're excited about their future. They know they can make an impact, and so they're embracing that. And I think as challenging of a year as it was for me at North, it's an exciting time to be here, and I think that we're going to look back and go, yeah, it was a little rough, but it was well worth it, and I look forward to that.
It's all just a start. Shannon,
Just a start.
we appreciate the time this season, and look forward to seeing you very soon.
All right, thank you.
Shannon Alvarado, head coach of the McKinney North Lady Bulldogs. Shannon heading into her first full off season with North.